Okay, so I have secant y plus tangent y equals cosine y over 1 minus sine y. So I'm going to change the left side. So I'm going to choose to work on the left side, and I'm going to change everything to sines and cosines. So this is 1 over cosine y plus sine y over cosine y is equal to cosine y over 1 minus sine y. So in this case, I have a common denominator of cosine y, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write cosine y, and I have 1 plus sine y. And that equals cosine y over 1 minus sine y. The problem is that my denominators don't look the same, so I need a 1 minus sine y. And so to do that, I'm just going to go ahead and multiply by 1 minus sine y on both sides. I'm sorry, on the numerator and denominator of the left side. So 1 minus sine y times 1 plus sine y over 1 minus sine y times cosine y. And that equals cosine y over 1 minus sine y. So if you look in the numerator, this is a difference of squares. So that is, if I FOIL it, I'll also get the same answer, 1 minus sine squared y over 1 minus sine y. And I'm going to ignore the right side, and I'm just going to continue this side right here. And I'm going to write 1 minus sine squared, sorry, I'm not going to write that again. I'm just going to realize that if cosine squared y plus sine squared y is equal to 1, then 1 minus sine squared y is equal to cosine squared y. So I'm going to change that to cosine squared y, and I had forgotten a cosine y on that denominator, but I'm going to go to cosine squared y over cosine y times 1 minus sine y, and I'm basically done because cosine squared on the top becomes cosine, the denominator cancels out, so that equals cosine y over 1 minus sine y.